2002 SF289. She had always wanted to see the stars up close. Ever since she was a little girl, she dreamt of becoming an astronaut and exploring the wonders of the universe. She studied hard, worked harder, and finally got accepted to the NASA training program. She was overjoyed and learned that she would be part of the crew of the very first mission to an asteroid. The asteroid was called 2002 SF289. It was a potentially hazardous one. It had been discovered by a new algorithm called Helio Line 3D, which could detect faint and fast-moving objects in the sky. The algorithm was developed by a team of scientists at the University of Washington, led by Dr. Mario Urich, who happened to be her mentor and friend. The mission was to land on the asteroid, collect samples, and deploy a device that would alter its orbit slightly, so that it would never pose a threat to Earth. It was a risky but exciting endeavor, and she was eager to be part of it. She boarded the Orion spacecraft with 3 other astronauts, and they launched into orbit. They docked with the Gateway Station, where they transferred to a smaller vehicle called the Asteroid Redirect Module. The module had a robotic arm that could grab and move asteroids, as well as a solar electric propulsion system that could generate enough thrust to change their course. They set off for 2002 SF289, which was about 140,000 miles away from the Earth at its closest point. It took them several days to reach it, during which they prepared the landing and operations. They also communicated with Dr. Urich and his team, who provided them with updates and guidance. They finally arrived at the asteroid, which looked like a little dark, irregular rock floating in space. They activated the robotic arm and carefully approached it. They managed to secure a grip on it, and then they fired the thrusters to slow down their relative speed. They were now in orbit around the asteroid. They put on their spacesuits and exited the module. They used tethered jetpacks to maneuver around the asteroid, which had a very low gravity. They selected a suitable landing site and planted their feet on the surface. They felt a surge of adrenaline and awe as they realized they were the first humans to ever land on an asteroid. They began their work, drilling into the rock and collecting samples. They also deployed sensors and cameras to monitor the asteroid's properties and environment. They worked efficiently and diligently, knowing that they only had a few hours before they had to return to the module. They finished their tasks and prepared to leave. They packed their equipment and samples into a container that they attached to the robotic arm. They then activated the device that would nudge the asteroid away from Earth's orbit. The device was a small nuclear explosive that would detonate at a safe distance from the asteroid, creating a shock wave that would push it slightly off course. They boarded the module and detached from the asteroid. They moved away from it and watched the device explode behind them. They saw a bright flash and felt a slight jolt as the shock wave hit them. They checked their instruments and confirmed that the device had worked as planned. The asteroid's orbit had changed about 0.1%, enough to ensure that it would never come close to Earth again. They cheered and congratulated each other on their successful mission. They also contacted Dr. Urich and his team, who were ecstatic about their achievement. They thanked him for the support and guidance, and told them that they were looking forward to sharing their findings with them. They began their journey back to Earth, feeling proud and happy. They had made history. They had advanced science, and they had saved humanity from a potential disaster. They also fulfilled their lifelong dream of seeing the stars up close. She smiled and looked out the window and saw 2002 SF289 fading away in the distance. She felt a connection with it, as if it were part of her now. She wondered what secrets it held, what stories it could tell, the wonders it could reveal. She hoped that one day she would see it again.